Sup guys, over here with a short guide for Razorfen Downs dungeon in WoW Classic Hardcore. The appropriate levels for this dungeon would be starting at around 39 all the way up to 43, I would say. This is where you're gonna get like a juicy experience for killing the mobs. There are basically two parts of this dungeon. The first one is the Quillboar part, the live part. So once you enter the dungeon, you just go left and clear that part first, and then you're gonna arrive at the undead part of the dungeon. So in the Quillboar part, the majority of packs consist of three types of mobs. There are melees, there are hunters, and there are geomancers. Try to prioritize geomancers and hunters and then kill the melees. Ideally you want to have disease dispels here and also curse dispels for the first boss. So having like a major druid on top of priest is very good in this dungeon, especially since priest can shackle undead in the undead portion of the dungeon. Once you arrive in the room with the first boss, that's gonna be the room with the gong, be sure to clear the full room and then you can start summoning the boss. In order to summon the boss, you need to click on that gong. You click it once, it will spawn small spiders. You kill those, you click it again, it will spawn bigger spiders, and then you click it the third time and it will spawn the main boss. The boss itself, it has the curse that reduces time between attacks and casting speed by 15% and it's also present for 15 minutes. That's why I said having D-curse in your party is very good here. And also boss does the spray, so it's better to turn it around from the party, but even if it sprays someone, that's not gonna be a big deal. Once you're done with the Quillboar part, you cross the bridge and you get into undead part, and the first boss here is just gonna be a dancing skeleton with a bunch of mini skeletons here. There are different ways you can approach that, but in general these are just one-shot mobs, so you can just run in and start AoEing them down with everything you got. Make sure somebody's actually on the boss interrupting his fireballs, as these hurt quite a lot. And always make sure that your melees are not on low HP, because he does cast Fire Nova and it can do a significant amount of damage. Once you're done with that boss, you start ascending this spiral that will eventually lead you to the last boss of the dungeons. There are packs here, mostly consists of one caster in the form of a ghost or like this blue skeleton, so be sure to prioritize these mobs in the packs, and then you can clear the melees in the form of ghouls and other skeletons. There are also patrols here, but patrols are not too dangerous. They are mostly consist of like two mobs, and then there are like mini patrols with two running skeletons, but they pretty much also one-shot mobs. But you need to be mindful here of a boss that also patrols. Just locate the boss and make sure you pull him separately. Do not pull him with the pack, because that can be scary. I mean, you should be fine, but the boss does pretty significant damage to your tank. So if you want to be on the safer side, if you engage the pack and you see the boss, just kite the pack back, kill the pack, and then you can engage the boss. Boss doesn't do anything, he just hits your tank relatively hard. If it's not blocked, parried or dodged, you're gonna see pretty significant damage coming onto your tank, and he will also enrage at the low HP, doing even more damage, but at that point he will die in like 2 seconds probably. When you get higher on the spiral, be more careful, because you will face more dangerous patrols here. There are not too many, and also packs here is a bit more dangerous too. Try first to blast this guy that I just shackled here, or if it's completely disconnected from the pack, again priest can shackle him and you can kill him separately afterwards, but it's just better if you just go into the pack, kill this guy and then kill the melees. As for the melees priority, if you have captains, kill captains first. Mobs are doing some diseases here, so be sure to dispel those if you can. You're gonna kill quite a lot of these packs. The last pack is probably the most dangerous here, the last pack before the boss, because it has this caster mob and it also has 2 captains. So again, try to prioritize this caster mob and then captains and then the rest of the mobs. Just be sure when you pull this pack that everyone is on full HP and your healer also have mana, because most likely group is gonna take some damage. As for the last boss, there are several ways to approach him. His main mechanics, he will summon the adds at 66% and 33% of his HP each time he summons 2 ghosts. Usually, in most groups, you just completely ignore the adds and you full burn the boss, and once the boss is dead, mobs will disappear. Also, boss has the knockback, so if you want to be completely safe, you should stand from this side where I'm standing, and in case of the knockback, your back is gonna be against the canopy, you will not fly away off the platform. However, in the most groups, if you have enough damage, you're just not gonna see this mechanic. If you want to be extra safe, if you don't have too much DPS, you can drop target dummy on the second spawn of the mobs for a couple extra seconds of breathing room. Now, in the event where you feel like your party doesn't have enough DPS for some reason to do a full burn, maybe it's just lower level, it happens in some groups, what you can do, you can actually kill the first pack of mobs. So at 66%, he will spawn the pack of mobs. You stop attacking the boss, you kill the adds, and then you do burn on the boss and you ignore second adds, because second adds, killing them is completely, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, because at that point boss already has so little HP that is counterproductive to kill the mobs first. Boss will die either way, so you just ignore second spawn of adds, just burn him, and that's it. Boss drops pretty juicy loot for some classes. Overall, this dungeon is very good in terms of experience and loot too. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.